Overwhelm is not random. It doesn't show up to punish you. It doesn't show up to derail your progress. It shows up to communicate. And most of the time, we try to silence it before we've heard what it's saying. Here's the shift we're making today. Instead of asking, how do I get rid of overwhelm, we ask, what is overwhelm asking for right now? The question alone changes the relationship. Overwhelm often appears when a need has gone unmet for too long. Not dramatic needs, subtle ones. The need for pacing, the need for permission, the need for clarity, the need for reassurance, the need for support that hasn't been named yet. When those needs are ignored, overwhelm gets louder. Not because it wants attention, but because it needs response. Let's slow this down. When overwhelm shows up, there's often a reflex to power through. I'll deal with this later. I don't have time for this right now. I just need to push a little longer. But overwhelm doesn't respond to delays. It responds to recognition. Here's something important to notice. Overwhelm is rarely asking for everything to stop. It usually is asking for one thing to change, a pace to soften, a boundary to be honored, a truth to be acknowledged, a load to be shared. When that one thing is named, the system exhales, even if nothing else changes yet. Try this gently the next time overwhelm appears. Ask internally, what is being asked of me right now that I am not resourced for? Not what should you do, but what you're being asked to carry. That question often reveals the truth underneath. Sometimes overwhelm is asking for rest. Sometimes it's asking for honesty. Sometimes it's asking you to stop pretending something is sustainable when it isn't. And sometimes it's asking you to let go of an expectation that no longer fits who you are. Overwhelm doesn't need you to solve everything. It needs you to respond to what's real. That response might be small. A pause, a conversation, a decision to not decide yet. But small responses are often enough to shift the entire system. This is why overwhelm lessens when you feel heard, even by yourself. The nervous system relaxes when it knows its signal matters. In the next episode, we'll explore how to begin orienting toward a life with less overwhelm, not by control, but by alignment. For now, let this land. Overwhelm isn't asking for elimination. It's asking for attention, honesty, and response. And you already know how to listen. We'll continue this next time.